wands, didn't I? So don't know what that one does. Engraving with wands is... Oh, there we go. See, you can engrave with wands, and every once in a while it'll do something cool for you. That's a wand of lightning. And what I did is I wrote Elbereth on the floor. What Elbereth does... I can't see, so I shouldn't bother doing that. Gonna sneeze here in a second. Yeah. First ever recorded sneeze on a commentary. I am blind, but I do have telepathy. The thing about telepathy, as you can see, that's why that stuff's not showing up. See, I'm still blind, and I saw that Hobbit still. Elbereth, if you ever run into major trouble, you can write Elbereth on the ground. It'll save you for a bit. Unfortunately, you still need a couple turns to engrave it, which is why I didn't do it earlier against the dingo. And so you need to be careful. It's not necessarily a desperation maneuver. If you see a lot of monsters down in the distance that you know you can't handle. I'll switch back to my quarterstaff. So I think that's part of the problem. I'm not hitting these monsters. I don't have a high enough luck right now or strength to really be using that unicorn horn effectively. Anyway, but what was I saying? Yeah, Elbereth, if you engrave with fire or if you engrave with lightning, it'll draw it permanently, which is really helpful. As you can see, every time I hit that square. So basically you can sit on it indefinitely, and as long as a unicorn or an elf... Newt corpse. As long as a unicorn or an elf doesn't come by, you're okay. Unicorns and elves and I think a couple other things will still attack you while you're on Elbereth. Ranged attacks still work while you're on Elbereth. They'll still attack you there, but if they approach you and see that you're on Elbereth, otherwise they will back off, which is pretty sweet. Eat. Oh, I was starving to death there, so I'm going to need a food ration. Eat the... Ooh. Mold tins. This is the top floor of Sokoban. On every top floor of Sokoban you will find 2 giant mimics, and as you can see, these 3 doors to the right, behind one of those 3 doors is either your bag of holding, which is really what I'm hoping for. Do not eat tins of kittens, by the way. Don't eat kittens in general. One of the first things you learn in Nethack is what not to eat. So there's actually one mimic corpse, that boulder out in the middle of nowhere there. Or sorry, one giant mimic, I should say. And what I'm really hoping for... Kill the rabbit. There's the other giant mimic. Weaken him to death, hopefully. Killed him. I guess I'll eat the corpse and mimic a giant pile of gold. And I'm thinking about, I've still got that potion of gain level. I'm kind of thinking about it. Usually you want to save that until you hit about level 9, because that's when it gets really difficult to... I'm going to save the enchant weapon until I've actually got a good weapon to enchant. I do have Identify, but I want to bless that first, so I can identify everything in my inventory. And otherwise, yeah, it's kind of looking tempting though, because I keep losing health rather rapidly in this area. But that's kind of normal as a wizard. You don't have a lot of health to really drop out, is kind of the other issue. The nice thing with the giant mimic at that position is I can keep hammering him from a distance with spells once I get like one boulder away, and also he's not going to be in the way, as you saw with that other giant mimic. Giant mimics are really scary for wizards. Usually you want to be at full health when you're engaging them. Wand of Light. Oh, I forgot I'm unblind. Let me check out what those other Q was. Wand of Digging. I think I already checked the Pine Wand. So every time you do dig, it does use a charge. Sometimes that's important, sometimes it's not. So like if it was a Wand of Death, for example, I was constantly zapping it on the floor, that would be a bad thing. But it's better to identify a Wand of Death by, or Sleep, I guess. They give the kind of same message, but it's better to identify it there than just to not know what it is, in my opinion. Identity is a big thing here, knowing whether something's cursed, uncursed, or what. So now I'm going to start laying into this guy. Killed him in 3 spells. Can I enhance that yet? No. Okay. Enhancing increases the effectiveness of whatever you're doing, and it's basically kind of like the... I never played Morrowind, but it's kind of like the Morrowind style of doing stuff, where the more you do things, the more you exercise whatever that is. So the more I push around these boulders, the higher the odds that my strength will increase. I'm exercising my strength here, and so on and so forth. And here comes the sucky part. Gotta remember how to do this. Like so, I think. Yeah, kill the blob. Blob's probably going to get in the way. I don't know why they have a penchant for running. See, look at that. Runs directly to get in the way. And goes really tempted to kill this thing anyway. Because he's just... yeah, I'm going to kill him anyway. That's going to lower my luck, but I don't care. Because he's just... they make a streamline. They're like, oh, where can we get in the way and be annoying and frustrating for this character, even though we know we can lower his luck because he'll have to attack us, sort of thing. I hate it when Nethack does that. It's one of the most frustrating things. Or when you push a boulder right up to the edge, you checked it and everything, and then they spawn a bunch of monsters right behind the boulder. And they will do that to you sometimes. Like you get to this straightaway right here, and they'll just spawn a bunch of monsters in the way. So you have to either destroy your boulder and be one boulder down, or something like that. And that's a large dog. Killed him. As I'm attacking, I'm trying to keep a good gauge on my health. That's usually what the first thing you want to look at is your health, and kind of gauge how much damage he's doing in a turn, and how many turns you can take it, and how many times you've hit him, and sort of things. You get better at dealing with monsters over time. Okay, this is going to suck, because as I'm kicking the door, they're all going to wake up and shoot. See that amulet? That is the Amulet of Reflection. I wanted a Bag of Holding, so... but I guess I will take what I can. I mean, it's not horrible, it's still good. I just, as a wizard, you just generally want to deal with, ooh, magic missile. Back off a second. The reason I'm backing off is the magic missile actually won't really do all that much to me. It still damages me, but I want him to stop using the, I want him to stop casting it, because he actually uses up zaps as it is. So anyway, hold on a second. So yeah, and there he goes again. Bounces back eating him. Actually, I'm at 8 health now, so I should probably... let me try praying. Jerk. Every once in a while your god will be like, I'm well pleased. It's like, I'm about to die. I would prefer that you actually give me health, as opposed to just telling me you're pleased with me. That's probably them right there. Killed them. Yes, there was the Wand of Magic Missile, and there's all the stuff they left on the ground. None of it that I can really use. Orcs aren't very helpful, actually. And there's my Amulet of Reflection on the square marked Elbereth. I'm going to put on the Amulet of Reflection. Kill the red mold, and there's that. That's sokoban for you. And when we come back, I will descend. I'll probably descend sokoban first. Oh. So look at that. I just run immediately to try to get in the way. Did I take any poison damage there? Nice thing about Unicorn Horn is you can apply it and it'll take care of it. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed that. That is... ooh, and I'm almost about to die because I'm hungry. There. And that was a rotten food cursed food ration, so confused. Anyway, that was sokoban and a wizard from start to sokoban. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.